Hello, 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 and we are moments away from pre-season beginning for FRL. We are going to be doing a quick little quali session at Austria. The grid's been mixed up. 6 will be underway soon. Now, though, we're working at the kinks, getting our final practices in, taking off the rust, getting used to our new driver pairings. Hello, I'm Nexi. I'm also in here with Gridass for FSN. We'll have a nice, quick qualifying quarter hour for you all.
It's good to be back, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I took some laps last time out, but I like yelling into this microphone a little bit. Right, we're just session. Here we go. 18 minutes of qualifying. We'll see who is first out on track. But so far, it appears to be nobody coming out in the few moments. But just running down our order, we have Corvix taking on the McLaren. He was in Ferrari last time out. Navy in the Ferrari that might also know him as Mateus in previous seasons. He's retaining his there. Kimaru, AT Wolf, in the Aston Martin, and he is not going out quite yet. We have Lazarus in the Alpine, Leo in the Mercedes, the Howl returning up from who I believe.
Yeah,
Leo.
season 2.
Yep. We have John, second Mercedes. He's returning there. Sierra, new to Red Bull, teaming up with Lenny all the way down there. He is retaining his spot there. Our first driver out was Skylar, retaining his seat in the Aston Martin. He's held this for quite a while. We have Luck now in the Ferrari. Is on track as well. We have Random Van Go Boy game He is the second Alpine, and as already mentioned, we have Lenny, who is sitting in the garage. That is our current driver roster right now. Driver rosters are not finalized. They will be finalized when the season begins, but this is a pretty good shape as to how the grid will be. As Skylar now rounds turn 3. Nice, tricky little braking zone there, and then he dives to the inside of the track here. Gonna swing now back out for this hairpin here at turn 4. Gently up on the throttle, gotta use all that track, then cut back here for fast left-handers of 5 and 6. Downhill, and now we have a little fast left-to-right chicane. Hit that apex there as we go on to the double right-handers. The very fast double right-handers have caught many drivers out on track limits. Skylar not quite using all the track here for his first lap, but he sets the benchmark time at 1:05.2. A couple other drivers now running out. Both LPs are going to be crossing the line soon. Random set to 1:06.8. About a second and a half behind Skylar. Lad's about tenths behind 1:06.1. So not a bad banker lap from Skylar so far. Putting himself ahead of the drivers that historically he's kind of been around. I think Random's going to be disappointed with that 1:06.8 though. Maru now crossing the line to start his lap. Luck sets a 1:04.5. Luck has been a podium contender in the past.
And Jahal bites track and now faces the blight of track limits.
Yeah, that's a you never want to see the full red mini map in your time here. Hitting those track limits out on those last few turns, I presume. Both Red Bulls are very close to each other. They're actually side by side right now. Lenny having to let Sierra go out of the pits. Sierra sets a purple Sector 1. Sector 1's fairly quick, fairly short. I expect to see a lot of very similar sector times for that. It's really the biggest time gain depending on how you take it, how much curb you. If you get caught out on the bump of that apex there, which really upset the traction on the corner exit, and if you upset the traction on the corner exit, you're gonna have a long straight where that blew out for the lap. Maru gonna go 1:04.8, so that puts him ahead of his teammate. Kira crosses the line with a 1:04.3. 2 attempts ahead of Luck. John's the leading fading out. None of our expected top drivers have set a lap. Corvix is on his out lap. Navi also going out. John sets a purple Sector 2. Telemetry here. Gonna be looking. It's a lot of exit. Lifts up a little bit on the curb there. Cuts as much as he can along that last one. Cuts a little bit too much. Validated in the last turn. Shame for him, because that looked like it was going to be a nice lap. Maru seems to be setting a second lap. Well, he's staying out, but he's not set a lap. Did he just forget the pit? I'm not sure. That is a possibility.
However slim that may be.
I do see on slow. As he is, getting here. That Aston Martin is very slow. Yeah, looks like he's out of fuel. Yeah, he is definitely in low fuel mode. I think he might have, honest to God, forgotten the pit, as Corvix is on his flying lap. He is going to be running into Maru. Lets him by. Now he's rounding out this hairpin. We see how he does it. It's all of that curve, and all of this curve to set up this turn here. Little wide of the apex. You don't really want to hit that curve. Those mounted curves really do upset the car. Especially in these ground effect cars, you don't want that. Here we go in the last two. That's as much as you can. And sets a 1:07, beating Lenny's time, 1:04.2. By about
That's
half.
definitely the time to beat.
Yep. Exactly it is going to be a pretty strong contender for original pole time. I think you could get a couple teams. Not much. Has Maru found the pits? No. Unless missed it. Is a possibility. Very slow.
He's still out.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if he pit while I was looking at Corvix. Got out really. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Martin. The how.
I could probably infer that he was recharging. That's at least a theory of mine.
Yeah. So with how long he's been out, you're getting very diminishing. How though? Yeah, it looks like he is now doing a flying lap. I'm not entirely sure. Decided to go out like this. Does feel like a bit of a tactical error on parts.
Which wouldn't surprise me.
And to how the original 5-7. Ferrari is going to be starting a flying lap here as there is a red glow in sector 1. Lenny letting by one of the out. Ravi here has that's a time. It's a good sector 1, 16 seconds. He's setting himself up for that hairpin right now. That Mercedes is very slow.
No, just like, it's likely John.
I'm assuming that they're just braking really hard to get those tires warmed up as Leo is now on his out lap. 45.2 is where Navi currently sits. Looks at Apex. Ooh, scrubs a little bit to set up for this back straight. It's going to be in the 104. Yep, 104.7. Not enough to blip out the how here. As John is now on a flying.
Yeah, that little scrub probably cost him a whole lot.
Probably cost him a couple temps there. It does struggle with your momentum going down. But John currently looking. Yeah, certainly that scrub did cost him original 5, maybe even original 8.
It's around that ballpark.
John taking a lot of curb. Now entering sector 3 where he was caught out last time.
This is make or break.
And he manages to get through it. This is going to be an alright lap of 105.2. Maybe a little nervous from last time out, as Random's at a 106.6.
Yeah.
That is a disappointing start for the Alpine, as they're going to have Leo, the only driver right now without a time set. Might have had the fastest sector too. I saw 44 as a pace. Seconds ahead, kind of where we saw the other drivers. That puts him at a 104 flat. Lenny has beat him out by 4,000. Still 2 tenths to fourth.
Pretty much have the big three. Or top three.
Settles out. I know Leo tends better qualify. Corvix is very consistent.
Yeah, my money is fully on Corvix.
Fortunately, I don't gamble.
No.
Third,
I don't either, and
go. Other drivers going in. Kira managed to also get around a 104 flats, though not quite as exact as the Mercedes. That feels very fitting for German on the German team. Getting the precise round number, as it should. Wouldn't be commentary.
it ain't a world championship without a few.
Lap random. Fire the AlphaTauri of Buck. Now lap. Get him there. Laz is about to start his next flyer. There are both Aston Martins out. Tyler is flying. In terms of people on flying laps that will be coming in next, it's going to be Random, followed by Skylar. Then it'll be second Alpine Laz. Oh, Random's in the pits.
On second thought.
Yeah. I guess it is going to be Skylar setting up next flying lap time. He's looking to... Ideally, he wants to get a bit closer to his teammate. He has half a second to get there. Manages to get... It's a 105.3. He's slower than his time by half a tenth. Like the now is going to be coming in. Laz is improving by 2 temps. And he kind of seems to lose it a bit. The exit there. Still behind John.
But that nice goes off into turn 1 rough. Yeah, probably scored quite a bit of time.
Okay. Rub off. You want to try to avoid these adder at you. 104.3 luck and do. Not enough to make a dent in the battle. Who is it enough? Luck is kind of on that podium pace right now. qualifying pace, which I do stress is different from race pace. Little bit of a choo-choo train going on in Sector 3. Drivers trying to give each other space, let each other go. Here comes Mavi to set a time, and it is lower than it had before. By all likelihood, this will be his final time. Does not have or energy set in the fire. We have a Red Bull crossing the line that will Lenny to start his presumably final flyer. Sierra's on a flyer. Corvix does improve a little bit. There's a collision between Zahao and Random. I don't know if Zahao was on a flying lap, but that will be both of them out of session. Zahao waiting to go around to the pits. He's not going to have time to set a flyer. Corvix is a 10th up right now. That first sector. Give him Mercedes. I think across the line it's John. Who manages to blip Skylar with a 105.1. He did just enough to secure that P9.
Ended up sandwiching himself between the customer Aston Martin teams.
Indeed. Go. Maybe challenge Corvix. Lenny! The 103.7. Corvix finds 3 attempts. The 103. For a brief moment, Dutchy looked mortal.
I mean, he was still a fair second, maybe a few tenths up already, so it was probably this championship. Leo doesn't improve.
Yeah, no, he was wide for a bit. He aborted it at the last minute. Yo. That. A couple other drivers are in the pits. This is going to be our final starting grid for the race. Nice little quali session for this practice event, and I do stress that it's practice.
Nothing is on the line yet.
Yeah. A lot of this is trusted.
Pressing, yep, and see what these B spec or C spec cars are like compared to their supposed to be 2024 successors.
Yes. We are dealing with the older cars, the older. Not really happy when we. Fair enough. Random's penalty didn't really affect his grid spot. Some of the pre-session happened. Did say that he really hopes that there isn't any dive bombing in the turn.
What if Zero would? What if, say, the likes of Sierra would say otherwise? Maybe might have a few dives here and there.
Yeah.
You can't guarantee.
Or sometimes one man's dive bomb is another man's aggressive oak.
Often distinction without a difference, some say.
Oh yeah, there are some. Dear God, don't go on value.
You know, you're valuing your sanity, or what
You
remains of
will
it.
Ricardo Rosset at fortunately I don't think we have any tosser in this grid. Gotta be moments away from
Also, see if we have your formation lap or
gonna be right
start
into
on
it.
this off just like that.
Been a while since I've done a formation. I've had difficulties before getting around a formation. Couple in tires a little too. Hoping that it could do that they're able to professional.
Hopefully. There's no guarantee in Formula One sometimes.
Say for the one.
Formula, I said. Not Formula.
I'm gonna say that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
classics here is the internet kind of situation.
looks like it struck again, even before the lights have gone out.
Season hasn't even begun, and already what was him in the past continues to haunt him now. As here we go with the formation lap. Leading
We
off from
do
pole.
confirmation lap.
Yep, leading off from pole is going to be Corvix. Lenny is his front row mate. And it's going to be Leo leading off the second row in third. Zero, the other Red Bull, in fourth. Third row of the grid sees Luck leading Zahao, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo. Battle of the Alphas there as we go to the fourth row with Ferrari's sole representative Navi. Taking 7, Baru, the new Aston Martin driver. 8, Johns in 9, having barely flipped Skyler. 10, row 5. Our last and final row is 6, and it's an Alpine there as random. Making their way around Sector 2, and it's quite they're nice and spaced, respectful. Couple drivers doing a wiggle back there. With these cars and this engine, that's not always the best thing. Notice what the front row drivers are doing. They will be having a little bit of throttle, little bit of brake applied at the same time. This is quite something you IRL, but it's a game. It's a bit of a gap forming in the grid between Ferrari and the Alfa. Backed up. Nobody is together. And I feel like I have to congratulate the grid for that one.
So far, so good. Have formation lap in a whole season.
No. A little bit of Ghost and Red Bull. A little bit of wiggling. And the game has given me a bad camera. Corvic Smith is his grid box.
Somehow.
I have a wide shot, 3, 4, 5 red lights. FRL's away in Austria, and I can. The hell long shot kind of messed with me there, but it looks like Lenny's alongside Corvix right now, but Corvix has a better exit. Leo had the better exit on Sierra, and the luck is up to P5. That's Kimaru in P6. John's rocketed up the order back there in P7. Corvix and Lenny are going to be fighting. Now, oh my goodness. Both Red Bulls on the inside. Leo has traction. Leo is about to fight for second place here. He just had the outside line, had a better line through there. He's even getting a run on Corvix right now. Corvix is the inside. Leo's keeping his nose alongside the side pod of the McLaren. Does he have enough traction? He's still alongside, but he backs out as we now go through the snaky part of Sector 2. That's John in P8, maybe in P7 right now. Fire data on. Luck, see. Luck is the only driver on the soft right now. Have Kimar on mediums. The grid is on medium. Skyler is on hards as Corvix fastest lap. There is going to be another lap without DRS. That was a rule change in 24 that is not present right now as John gets past that Ferrari back there. That's a really tight fight between these two. And there's a little bit of contact, a little bit of squiggling, I think. Front rear bumps between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. My intervals appear to be a little bit messed up with Kimaru and John back there. But it looks like Corvix is going to be safely leading in DRS activation points. DRS, though, might start to change the nature of this race right now. Kira is fighting Luck. Luck's soft tires are actually going to give him a chance here. Luck has a bit of a run on the exits, though not quite enough, but he is going to have DRS here. We'll see how well these soft tires hold up. Other unique tire strategy. Skyler on the hards as John has spun out. He's now behind the LP. There was some really close fighting there. Corvix, speaking of close fighting, Corvix and Leo got close, and now Lenny is looking to the outside line, excuse me. He even has a run on Corvix for a moment. I think there was a little bit of front wing contact, but Corvix is going to be thankful for this one. Fighting for second gives him that extra little bit of breathing room. He needs to comfortably take the racing lines. Racing lines always faster than being alongside another driver. And now I think I can breathe. Go winding. Start lap 4 of 36. DRS being activated up and down the field. There is another yellow
time
flag.
In, John spins out. Yeah, it's John again.
Indeed. John is back going, but that is a couple costly errors as Lenny, fighting Corvix. Corvix trying to get as much room as he can. Manages to defend the position right there, using that traction, but the DRS is helping him. Looks like the front runners are keeping up. Corvix having to work for this win right now. And Luxy managing to tail with Sierra back. So Bird was up in the 2nd place. Avi up in the 6th. Maru up in 7th. Zahao has tumbled down the order. He's 8th. Tyler's in 9. And it's Laz and Random rounding out the. Oh, that's
There's an Alpine
Laz.
off.
I was just saying Laz was rounding out the points, but is now behind John after an off moment, and that's same with Lenny. Lenny is off and in the grass right now. Looks like there's a lot of rust going on between these drivers. That's what the preseason's for. I mean, even without the points, you might just be willing to be a little bit more aggressive. Start experimenting with your lines right now with Luck past 0.
A lot more loose, and now Luck is the highest Honda power car at the moment. In Red Bull's home race.
A little bit of embarrassment, Red Bull there. Maru is putting pressure on Zahao back. Zahao is up in the P6 after all the offs. They're very close. Action up front's gonna be a little bit slow, but the DRS will narrow things a bit. Very tight up. Here we go. Maru now gonna have a chance at Zahao. Zahao, though, does have the blessing of Navi giving him DRS. As we have another fight going on. Luck, formerly Team Go, way back in Season 4, I believe.
Yep, Season 4.
Looking to fight off that kid who has always been in the stadium. The only other driver that amount of consistency has been Tyler currently. Tyler has been with Aston racing. Is very much a team. Aston is very happy to have him. Round is narrowing down Corvex, but Zahao has managed to catch up to Mavi.
And is in fact overtaking him.
The Alfa Romeo gets by on the outside, but Mavi's not having this fight. Looked to the inside a little bit, but had to back out. And that's a very clean press pass from the Alfa Romeo. Leo, alongside another attempt at an overtake in the hairpin there. That begins Sector 2. Leo's ahead.
He's actually ahead.
Corvix having to work for his wins this time around. And it seems that Leo has managed to, at least for half a lap, get his nose ahead and the dragon behind. The Americans looking hard. Ooh, little bit of a bump, and Luck is actually going to get by. Corvix, though, is going to stay alongside. Even been a little bit of contact between Luck and Corvix. Corvix trying to apply a squeeze. The Americans fighting hard, trying to hold on to this position, but Luck has soft tires. Soft tires are still holding up here, but Corvix manages to hold the position. Luck takes the inside line. He pushes as far out as he can, and these two are losing time. Leo is going to have a bit of a gap now. Corvix trying to fight on, but here comes Sierra. Sierra on the outside. They almost go 3 wide through that hairpin. Corvix manages to stay ahead. He knows his grip, though. That's what makes this dragon really hard to overtake from. American managing to hold up the 2 pins behind. Sierra to hold on to that last podium spot for now. Luck still has pace in the tires. I'm kind of impressed that the stocks have managed to hold up this long. Usually they start to fall off by now. Playing it well right now. Corvix is going to go for the inside here into this turn. These two are fighting off. Leo has the outside line, but Corvix will a DRS on the inside, and he stays alongside. This fight may just give Sierra, excuse me, a chance to get back in this thing. Corvix gets ahead on the inside. Leo fought hard to hold on to that lead, but these two are just in a titanic struggle right now. Corvix just had the DRS advantage and knew that much better than Leo did. Sierra's gonna be in this fight, though. Luck is also still in the picture here, if not for the win. Oh, I say that he gets a 3-second time penalty. Looks like he went wide on the last turn. That last turn is where many victims await. He was ahead of Corvix. I wonder even if Corvix let him get by, so he has a DRS here.
The virtual safety car. There's an Alpine off.
Yep, virtual safety car. That LP hits Laz. That will give Luck a chance to get off of the softs if he wishes to get around.
And it gives off a slight reprieve from all that front top four action.
Indeed. Elsewhere on the grids, How remains a Ferrari. Maru is 7th. Skylar in 8th. Lenny has not found a chance to buy and way back up the grid. Might even need a full work. Laz is in pits, presumably to fix his wing, and he puts on a fresh set of medium tires. So he will have to stop again. And that's Sierra and Luck in the pits. They're going to be taking advantage of the 3 pit stop.
And Luck picks up a 5-second time penalty.
Yep. Luck picks up a speeding penalty there.
And Laz picks up a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, that's for speeding under the VSC. DRS is enabled as we go racing again. Little bit mistimed, but Sierra and Luck, they don't have to stop again. Luck's on the medium tires. I don't think those mediums are going to last. Sierra's going to hope that the hard tires last race, and he should be able to take him to the end. Corvix and Leo, while are going to be on their own strategy up here. They have yet to pit. Both of the pit. Might be a little bit early for the hards to pay off, but Sierra is willing to roll the dice, especially in a preseason race. You might as well see what you can do. So, Sierra is known for being hard on his tires. I wonder if this is the best time. Leo right nose to tail, and it's just going to be the fighting. Laz doing his drive-through right now.
It's always the end of the virtual safety car period that always gets people.
Corvix manages to get past the dragon. That's in Aaron ahead of the Arrows, but Leo manages to take it back on the DRS straight. These two are just kind of swap drafting almost. That's what we would call this an IndyCar anyway. Thing in DRS. Getting ahead. If these two, like, there is a scenario out here where these two manage to kind of just, if they keep doing simple DRS passes, minimize their actual overlap, then they will pull ahead. They might have a chance to pull off an overcut on Sierra and Luck. Well, not quite an overcut, but really hold off the undercut going. As the house up into the podium plate. Not on the net, but at least here he will. Corvix side, and he gets a clean pass right now.
And I see Lenny's climbed his way back up to top 5.
Yeah, he is in 4th. 2 of those positions were gotten off of Sierra and Luck hitting, as Sierra's actually AlphaTauri. Luck, he's fighting it out. Skylar, Aston, not really able to defend here. Luck looking to the inside of Sierra. These two fighting going to just hurt both of their races. They're trying to keep themselves in the range of the undercut here. And I think they are still in the pit window range when the Lenny has a time penalty. That's very bad if you are in the camp. Got that on exit of the second to last turn. Left-hander that out so many drivers. Corvix and Leo continue to fight. They're going to have some overlap here, but Leo is ahead now. Not fighting hard.
And it's the camera caught a brief 3-wide moment to turn 1 between Sierra, Kimaru, and Locke.
Indeed. Sierra has managed to get ahead of the Aston Martin of Kimaru. That is going to slow Luck down. Kimaru is on older tires.
But as you say that, Luck easily breezes past the Aston Martin Aramco.
I mean, that is just the difference of 10 lap tires. Leo's in the pits.
He blinks first?
Yeah. Normally I see Leo being a little bit more conservative in strategies. He's on softs! Leo has pit to softs. Leo's on a 2-stopper.
That is extremely aggressive.
That is almost
extremely aggressive
uncharacteristically aggressive right now. There's no way those soft tires hold up to the end. They held up for a while, but they're not going to hold up to the end. Corvix appears set for one stop. John's going on the softs, and both Mercedes are doing a 2-stop.
What?
Normally in these medium-length races, you do not see
not normally.
Used to do this a lot, and I always liked it. I also always. Here comes Corvix now pitting.
Just a little loosey-goosey into the pit entry.
Fortunately, him manages to stay above or below the
Yep, and he's put on hards.
Yeah, that is the more conventional strategy for the race. Go on the hards.
Yep. Which means he is ahead of Leo.
Yep, he did successfully manage to cover off the Mercedes. But that Mercedes is going to be on soft tires. And Sierra did manage to get the undercut off. Currently in the lead race.
Yep. Not before getting a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. But still, Red Bull 1-2. Or technically a 1-2-3.
Yeah. So Lenny gets to stop. Luck is probably going to have to... Luck has to stop again, actually, because he's only used medium tire. Not sure why Luck. Oh, I know, right, he started on some. He can go to the end if he wants. Apologies, I got confused. Leo gets past Luck and has a 3-second time penalty. I think he gathered that in the fight. Corvix is also in the middle of this gaggle right now. He's ahead. Lenny,
no!
There's a little bit of a spearhead, a collision. Like, big light. That was a little bit of a chaotic mess of fire compounds, fire agents getting caught up against each other, and Lenny. That, in the regular season, especially, that would Lenny race. This has got to be a frustrating race. It's pre-season. Get these kinds of things out of the way now.
Yeah. But this doesn't look like a good omen. At least to me. It doesn't look like a good omen for things to come.
Yeah, ooh. You can see for a brief moment there the traction difference had compared to rear end at McLaren.
Ooh.
Oh, Corvix gets caught up by Sierra and the Red Bull. Lux also caught up. Yellow flags are waving. No safety car yet. But Leo is ahead by over a second. This puts Mavi into second right now. Corvix gets by Sierra. Back there, Sierra maybe looking to fight back, but whatever gains Sierra got from his pit strategy have evaporated.
Yeah, that was scuppered by Lux dive bomb.
Lucky managed. I didn't quite see. Dive.
Pretty much.
Oh dear. You know how we were talking about dive bomb? I suppose it wasn't a dive bomb. I guess Leo has to stay taking it.
Yeah. This is pretty much the turn 3 is pretty much the closest thing to one anyway.
Yep. Managing to get by the Ferrari there. The Ferrari on 8-lap old cards. All the way to the outside. Drivers. No one notices. Corvix gets a little bit elbowed out. He's practicing. They just follow along. Corvix have a racing kit. They aren't trying to put dragon.
You know, much like Max Verstappen in real life, you can't really anyone that isn't, say, Leo or Lenny, maybe Sierra, they can't really threaten them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, maybe this is just how I would drive, but I could give him a little bit. Hold that. It can work.
Yeah.
Crash will crash.
And as if Earwells have at least the pace to keep close within the guy.
Right. So the Luck is going to be fighting Sierra now on inside, but able to get it done. You know, you're already on the nothing. Now,
Yeah.
Luck will battle. Navi and Ferrari in this next Luck take inside of turn 3 again. That's the kind of move. Wasn't quite as aggressive, but it is the kind of position that led to the initial crash in the first place. Luck is now side here, not quite able to swing out. Sierra puts stop to that. These two are really kind of showing the art of attack and defending. You have to compromise your opponent's line while not compromising your own line as much as you can, right? But you appear to have lagged out of the session, my friend. Half of the down on luck. Luck is that is the advantage of
Yeah.
tired.
Unfortunately, my internet pretty much disconnected me. Which is,
Cornwall. Joke is
it,
of Cornwall. Luck. Off. Luck holding the outside. They're going to be fighting into the left-right chicane. Luck is through. That's some aggressive defending there. I could have sworn Sierra for a moment was looking at a move back at the last turn. That would have been brave. So Sierra's gonna have the DRS on the back straight. Perfect is he's outside and he's Luck hits his ear. There's a little bit of ping ponging. Ferrari, yeah, sorry, and the Red Bull. Maybe could have moved on, but thinks better of it. Corvix is the DRS range. He's the Jets. Fight. John Lee Lenny. Tires. Haru. Back there, Lenny. Recovery 5 as Leo and Corvix are fighting. No, Leo's in the pit. Leo hitting way. Instead of soft tire. Oh, set of beat. Hence. Try to use precious softest as he can. Get back into that fight for the lead. Now Corvix is gonna have. I do like the idea of hanging around top strap. Lower. Luck is ahead of.
Does help to experiment.
Viable. Especially. Awesome. One of the adages that I. No. They're doing, they're gonna. But if you try something else, luckier, better. Ooh, Luck got a little bit. Exit of turn. Again, run on the husky bearded furnace dragon looking, but unable to fly. Luck's tires have gotta be starting to drop off compared to the back there. Surely our tires. No. Catching it out. Luck's pitting now. I think he's trying them again. set. Leo sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Lucky is 5 seconds has served it now. Leo with the fastest lap point, marching ahead. Turn that McLaren, you're gonna be on notice. Tires are getting old. Get really early. Cover off Leo. I'm almost wondering. Leo was on. Instead of hitting the cover off, just hey, we're on strategy. And not part of it. Because second hits you now. Leo's already approaching Tao, and that's a
You got another. That's not looking very good for one side of the Mercedes pit wall.
We're frustrated. Imagine that. Yeah, like I have been saying that like it's worst. It's good to get a
Yeah,
equally
it's not good omen.
equally stated. You can hurt your confidence. Hang out. Part of it's detrusting, but it can also just confidence. That confidence gonna end up making photos. Go is past out.
Take it from me. I've pretty much fell victim to confidence.
Go is might have get the IV and that's Sierra is going out. Oxley and Go is now on. Gets past the Ferrari, but he is going to have to wait to get by a Red Bull. All the while, this helps out Corvix. It buys him some time.
13 seconds of it.
Corvix hard. However,
and Sierra isn't exactly making it easy. But as I say that,
yeah, he is just going to get by on faster. On E. Cards as the box. How did you take that? Now we are going to that time start to come down. Had the fastest lap up. However, 12 seconds. Wondering if just taking the facts by everybody. Can't happen. I've been laughing. No, half second.
It's a very tall order.
Very, very.
Very tall, and I suspect that Leo's gonna have to simply get comfortable with second.
ever put up a pretty good fight for it. I would say that the McLaren had to last.
You know, last season and most of season 2.
This one felt. I did saying that
Yep, it's not over yet.
anything can happen on the sky curve. How and Mavi fight down here. Second time. The How is up in the. Mavi's tires have got to be going off cliffs. Heroes. Slap old cars. Now.
You got another yellow
Yellow
flag.
That's John again.
It's
About to be lapped by. Effectively. Your stop didn't work.
you know, at least not to John's favor.
I guess Leo didn't thing.
Yeah.
Got a little bit caught touch behind. I see. Had to defend from how he. How now his casting and hairpin. Many a crack. Grabs the how is in his hand. That's Albert Carr. Good old. Cornish Dragon's gonna put everything into the defense. The hard tires are laps old. Compared to 17 for the how, and that tire at where we were approaching. Looks like, yeah, Leo. Tyler with penalty. Ow, though. Starting to really close in, he comes behind. Front wings touching the perfect scoop.
But that won't change things. As I suspect.
No, I think it just makes him. Oh no.
Up. Williams thoughts and so how's pretty much right on Sierra's Red Bull Honda gearbox.
Yeah, he looks like that. That's a lot of drivers falling victim.
You know, it's only
The
Kimura
Ferrari was in.
and
Back out of it.
as I was saying, it's only only Kimura and both Alpines end up with that penalty. As I say that, one of the Alpines is going to
This person, how gonna try a move here. He's trying a move here. No, he backs out of it. Oh, that would have been very impressive to make a move happen there. But he is gonna have a run here, going to the inside of turn 1. How aggressive is he willing to get here? It's right next to that side pod, but the Alfa Romeo is through. We'll have DRS. I think nobody got DRS on that one. Ferrari just gonna put Zero under pressure. The How takes the racing line, but I think he missed the apex a little bit. That's gonna let Zero get right back into this fight. Zero's alongside thing. The How has to settle back in the fourth. Really back and forth. Right now, hard. Zero's tires are 24 laps old as we're on the final tour of the racetrack. Yellow flag gone. That is
one spun out. Yep. Missing an entire front wing, and he's destroyed the DRS signboard.
The poor cardboard. Now and DRS. Few good overtaking spots, but this was the last best over. How as he tries to look inside, but he doesn't quite have the run. We'll have one more chance here as Cervix is midway right now.
In fact, he is in Sector 3.
Yeah. Here comes the How along the outside. Stewart goes defensive. Will the How have the traction? Good. Able to
side
fight.
by side.
They are side by side. Zahao has the inside as Corvix crosses the line.
Oh, he spun out. He spun out. He spun out.
Collects the Ferrari there as Corvix wins Grand Prix. There's a little bit of chaos in the end. Zahao is fun round, but Leo takes a well-deserved second place. 0 rounds to final turn and he spins. He took a little too much curb there. Even luck wiggles. Sarah manages to hold on the third. That's in fourth. Javi in fifth. Zahao sixth after an incredible end.
But demote down to 7th
Yeah,
from an unserved time penalty.
Maru will cross the Tyler. And that's an end. That isn't.
We certainly didn't expect a Sun blockbuster, and the season hasn't even properly started yet.
Yeah, no, it has not. No points for anyone. Oh.
Just nothing up. Nothing up for grabs except for bragging rights.
So I think the American Dragon has a little bit more mortal. Having a good fight. He had the work for that. Top strategy really. He's tried it. I like that they tried it. It didn't work out this time. Here we go. Corvix is our race. And it's Leo in second place. Red Bull. Lots of Arian. Free. Hobby. Ow. Maru. Skyler. Put a round out. Plasma rings in the alchemy out on the how we left. My personal thoughts that gonna be a good had paid. Things worked out just right in the thick of it. Tires.
Yep, and
Certainly, a lot of
yep,
drivers hard for
yep. Leo would have been a teensy bit closer had he not stayed behind the Red Bull Honda Sierra for far longer than he really should have.
right. Well, for second Saturday. Now though, next I guess. Thank you both for all for coming in. Guys, next time.